Hi Aquarius. I completely had started and recorded the entire reading and the audio sounded terrible. So I had to redo it. So welcome back if you are returning. And thanks for joining in if you're new to my channel. So this is your Something is Missing reading, which is closing out the second half of December 2020. I hope everyone is well. I have already meditated on your energy, and I did pull 4 cards from the tarot with an additional card for each one to clarify. And then at the end of the reading, there's one Rumi Oracle card that was drawn for you, which I will then read directly from the book, the Rumi Oracle book. So Aquarius, let's find out what is currently missing for you, the reason, the effect, as well as any advice moving forward. The first card that came out, which represents what is currently missing for you, is the High Priestess. What is missing right now is your current connection to spirit, that inner knowing, your divinity. You're currently in a place of too much external activity, neglecting the internal world of you. The High Priestess is the embodiment of stillness and passivity. So all this external noise that you're experiencing will continue to grow louder when you're ignoring this inner wisdom, this inner knowing, the inner world of you. There is something that you need at this time. Be that something you need to hear or something else, but you're too distracted to hear it right now, Aquarius, or acknowledge it. So if there is a deep undercurrent beneath the surface, or some kind of hidden motive around you, you're going to miss out on what insight that is, because you're ignoring the signs, increasing the volume of the external world around you. The High Priestess was clarified by the Weaver of Challenges. So there is a lack of attention to detail here. When you don't attend to the small details of your life, you're missing important insights. It could be regarding your well-being or even the well-being of those around you. This could make you cold, emotionally withdrawn, overly critical, bitter. It could be creating things around you to be harder than they need to be. Intentionally, maybe unintentionally, obviously. It's unintentional, but you're actively blocking yourself. I mean, if you look at the card, she's standing here in the forest. And she's creating thorns in front of herself, blocking her path, blocking your path. The second card that came out, which represents the reason, is the Nine of Pentacles. So Aquarius, you could be working a lot, and that's pretty much where your focus is. And you're just focused on material success, your own independence. And because of that, you're not in touch with your inner voice, your higher consciousness, spirit. You're not listening to any internal messages that are meant for you. that encompass the mind, the body, the spirit. You're currently only focused on the 3D aspects of your world. The card coming out clarifying the Nine of Pentacles as the reason is the Two of Boons. This card depicts a man juggling his workload over a narrow bridge. He's not mindful, though, as he travels. His mind is elsewhere. He's not paying attention to his surroundings or that the bridge is narrow. He risks a fatal fall off the bridge, and he doesn't notice the hidden influences waiting for him to slip up. You can see there's an ogre under the bridge. So Aquarius, you're taking on too much, and it has become a distraction. A distraction from more important aspects of your life and your well-being. The card that came out, which represents the effect this is having, is the Five of Pentacles reversed. You're throwing yourself into your work and your material success because you may have come from a place of lack in the past. You may have felt left out in the cold at some point during your life's journey. And now looking back, you just refuse to ever let that happen again. You never want to be left out in the cold. Could be, too, that something recently maybe happened after a period of financial success that caused this fear to creep back in. This fear of, some kind of lack was approaching. You could want to avoid this at all costs. But Aquarius, this card, this Five of Pentacles is in the reverse. You're no longer in a time of lack. You've come a long way from being dependent on the help of someone else getting you through something. So don't let the fear creep back in. A lot of people feel this way simply because it's the holiday season. So ask yourself, are you focusing too much on material aspects? The gifts, money, or do you see that you have everything you need? Your family, love, a roof over your head, a job, your health. For others of you, this card is an indication you could also feel you need to pay it forward to those who helped you when you weren't so financially independent, and maybe you relied on their help to get through. You could be pulling extra hours to make more money in order to show them during this time of year how much you care and appreciated their support during that time of your need. You're not coming out of this feeling of not having enough, though. It is really nice to want to pay it forward. Just don't forget that your success isn't about just the material aspects. You became successful because of your heart, your spiritual awareness, your ability to work hard and persevere through those difficult times. Aquarius, you understand humility. You understand hardship because you've had to endure it. You know what it is to need help. And you had the courage to ask for help when you needed it. So the Five of Pentacles reversed was clarified by the fairy wind. The message with this card is a powerful sign of still very much a lot of success coming to you. Only the most fortunate are able to achieve the independent endeavors that you have in your life. There is a change coming to you, Aquarius, and it will be quick like the wind. Are you fully present to notice? Remember to stay grateful about where you were before, the path helping others. But most importantly, focus on your well-being, your inner world. Don't forget to check internally for spiritual messages that will help you further along to more success. You don't have to chase it. Just be aware that it's there. The card that came out, which represents the advice moving forward, is the Six of Pentacles. The advice that's coming through is, if there's something that you fear losing or might cause you a financial setback, even if it's just, the holiday season itself, the Six of Pentacles is here to remind you that you do have lifelines around you. Family, friends, even your community, those that you work with. And if someone throws you a lifeline, it would be wise to accept it. Don't let fear hold you back from accepting gifts or help when you need them. Even if you are not in a position of lack to the degree you once were in the past. If you need help, assistance, or guidance now from anyone in any form, be willing to ask for help and accept help when it's offered to you. Don't forget your sense of humility. Don't forget your courage. The card that came out to clarify the Six of Pentacles as the advice is the Seven of Boons. And it definitely is a double confirmation that the advice is there's always a door when you need one. Aquarius, we all have needs that warrant us a portal. And sometimes when that need has grown big enough, we end up with more than one. The advice is to be patient and listen to your inner world. Be clear on what you need and then choose the door carefully. It's more about your patience anyway than it is, about the door that you choose. The last card that came out is an oracle card from the Rumi oracle. It's called The Courage of Your Love. And there's a beautiful quote before the message that I'll read now. Love is without reason. Rationality is like a cane. Judgment needs a cane because it is blind. When love arrives, thought dies in its shadow. Love is the sunrise, while thought is only a flashing light. Rumi. The message reads, the path of freeing the heart from the effects of a fearful mind is an initiation into great power. So many lapses will happen before the heart grows strong enough to overpower old patterns and surrender without condition. Even the mind, when freed from shackles, declares, let love be, in whatever way it shall be. I can bear it. I shall take refuge in it. I shall not turn away from it. I am that love. Your mature heart is not cursed with hardness, but with compassion and tenacious devotion to the cause that is most real and matters most, which is the quest for life of the human soul. You have a challenge before you, but you have what is necessary to move through it and overcome it. No matter how long it has endured or how big you have built that challenge up in your mind, no matter how unsolvable the issue appears to be, there is and shall be victory behind it. and it's imminent. You have what is required, and the time for your victory is drawing near. So Aquarius, this concludes your something is missing. I hope this gave you some great insight into what is currently missing for you. And I appreciate you hanging out and watching this video and listening. If it resonated with you, if you could please like it and subscribe to my channel, as it does help the growth. Thank you so much for watching.